Hi, this is Josh Smith here with Notebooks.com. Today we're taking a look at a business notebook from HP. It's the ProBook 5330m. This starts at $799. The model we have in for review has the Core i5 processor, which bumps the price up to $899. But even at that higher price, it offers a very compelling value given everything that's packed in. Let's go take a closer look at the outside of the device, and then we'll get into the features. So one of the really nice things about this notebook is that we have an brushed aluminum finish, and we have a two-tone here, and we also have a two-tone on the inside, which we'll take a little bit of a closer look at. The display is a drop hinge, so the hinge kind of folds away. We don't have a bulk area there, and it's just very solid feeling. The whole display is extremely solid, so is the base. If we were to flip the notebook over, we have a matte aluminum or a matte magnesium alloy finish, and this is a nice soft touch, so it feels good in your hand, and also when you put it on your legs or have it in your lap while working on the go, it's not going to slip or slide around like some of the metal bottom notebooks out there. It doesn't get too warm, but you will feel a little bit of heat if you're going to use it for a couple hours straight. One of the things that HP has counted on to set this notebook apart from the rest of the business pack is a collection of consumer-friendly features. The most prominent and marketed is the Beats audio. So you'll see we have a Beats icon right here. And what that means in this notebook is you have a more robust sound than you typically get in a business notebook. It's not going to replace your home theater, but if you're on the road or if you have a good set of headphones, it sounds very good. A little lacking in the bass, but that's to be expected in most notebooks anyway. As we move on, you'll see we have a backlit keyboard. The keyboard has very nice keys. They're a little flat, so we don't have the slight curve in the middle of the key that I would really like to see for long typing sessions, but it wasn't slowed down. There's a good deal of travel. Spacing is nice. The backlighting, of course, is something I really appreciate. We have a decent touchpad here. It is a little small. But again, we have a 13.3-inch notebook, so there's not a whole lot of room on this smaller form factor. Two dedicated rubber-coated mouse buttons offer good feedback to know when you click. A double tap in the upper left will turn the mouse pad off if you have issues with palm rejection. I had none while I used the notebook, but it's a nice feature to have in there. Really, the only problem I have with the keyboard, other than the flatness, is this column over here. And it's something that I bring up with a lot of notebooks, but really the home, page up, page down, and end aren't keys that I use often. They aren't keys that I know a lot of people use often, but backspace, enter, and shift are keys that we all use every day. And if you're touch typing, your finger really wants to head right over to this rightmost edge, and without that key being there, you end up with a lot of going to home or going to end and typing over stuff or typing out of place, and it can get really annoying. So I'd really like to see that go away, but you know, if you're going to use this notebook for months and years, you'll probably adjust to it. Here you can get a look at the backlit keyboard. We've dimmed all the lights here, but it also works out well when you're just in a not very bright area and you want to find your home keys or find some of the odd function keys, or hey, even those keys that are annoying over there on the right. Along the right side of the notebook, you'll see there's no optical drive, which could be an issue for some users, but to get such a small form factor and really nice feel, I think it was a good trade-off in this case. We have a combo mic headphone jack, USB 3.0, a USB 2.0 sleep and charge, Ethernet, and then we also have our power connector. If we were to flip the notebook around, we have our Kensington lock slot, full VGA, an eSATA USB 2.0 combo port, HDMI, and an SD card reader. There are no ports in the front or in the back of the device, and in the back it's because we have this nice drop hinge, and on the front it keeps things nice and clean. There are some notification LEDs, which you can see right here, but again, very minimal, but still we have a lot of the ports that we need to use on a daily basis. As far as the display goes, we have a 13.3-inch display. There's a 2-megapixel webcam up in the center of the top, and it works out pretty well. The display has a 1366 by 768 resolution, which is okay. I would prefer a higher resolution display just so you can get more work done comparing two documents side by side. It can be done on a 13.3-inch display. You just need a higher resolution. If we are to look at the viewing angles are okay. You could share this display with one or two other people as you gather around a table at lunch to work on a project, but primarily it's going to be a one-on-one type usage scenario. The whites are a little bit bluish in tint, especially if you compare it next to like a MacBook Air or some other higher end display where you have a more pure white, but most users, again, this won't be a major issue. The display has an anti-glare coating, which is nice, but it's not a full-on matte display like we've seen on some higher-end business notebooks that I can take it outside and use it in the sun without any issue. When I took this outside, I really had to find shade, either a tree or under an umbrella at lunch, in order to make this work in an outdoor setting. So there you have the HP ProBook 5330m. It's a business notebook with a lot of great consumer features, and I think this is perfect for businessmen and businesswomen, but also for students who want something that's going to really last and is going to deliver performance that'll get them through 3, maybe even a full 4 years of school. It's not going to be great for gaming, but it's a great all-around machine, and definitely head over to notebooks.com to check out our full review to see how it handles.